7 classified documents the government doesn't want you to see. Have you ever wondered what really hides in the government's most secret files? There are documents so disturbing, so revolutionary, that they've been kept in absolute secrecy for decades. Some reveal shocking experiments on human beings. Others expose operations that changed the course of world history. And there are those that question everything you think you know about our reality. Today, we're going to unveil 7 classified documents that have finally come to light, revealing truths that will leave you questioning everything. Get ready to discover secrets that were buried in the depths of government archives, because once you know this information, there's no going back. If you're ready to dive into the darker side of official history, keep watching. But first, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any explosive revelations that are coming. The first document that will change your perspective on the government's ethical limits is the infamous Project MKUltra. For more than 2 decades, between 1953 and 1973, the CIA conducted mind control experiments on American and Canadian citizens, often without the knowledge or consent of the victims. The documents reveal that hundreds of people were subjected to extreme doses of LSD, sensory deprivation, isolation, verbal and physical abuse, all in the name of national security. Psychiatric hospitals, universities, and prisons became human laboratories where respected doctors performed systematic psychological torture. One of the most shocking cases involved patients at the Allen Memorial Institute in Montreal, where Dr. Ewan Cameron applied deprogramming therapies that completely erased victims' memory and personality. Imagine waking up not knowing who you are, not recognizing your own family, because your government decided you would be a test subject. The documents show that children were also used as guinea pigs, some as young as 4 years old. When these files were partially released in 1975, after a Senate investigation, it was discovered that the CIA had destroyed most records in 1973, trying to permanently cover up these crimes. The most disturbing part? Many of the techniques developed in MKUltra are still used today in interrogations and psychological operations around the world. The second document that will shake your convictions about our position in the universe are the official Pentagon UFO reports. For more than 70 years, the American government systematically denied any evidence of unidentified aerial phenomena. But in 2020, the Pentagon was forced to release 3 videos that confirm encounters between military pilots and objects that completely defy our understanding of physics. The FLIR 1 video shows an object flying at impossible speeds, making maneuvers that would break any known aircraft. The gimbal captures something that rotates on its own axis while flying, a technological feat we don't possess. And Go Fast reveals an object moving over the ocean without any visible form of propulsion. But the videos are just the tip of the iceberg. Internal documents reveal that these encounters happen regularly, and that unidentified objects have been detected invading restricted military airspace for decades. Navy pilots reported objects that appear out of nowhere on radars, instantly accelerate to hypersonic speeds, and disappear without leaving traces. The most unsettling part? Some of these objects were detected submerging into oceans and emerging without any resistance, suggesting technology that works equally well in air, space, and water. What does the government know about the origin of these objects that it's not telling us? The third document will make you question everything you know about terrorist attacks and justified wars. Operation Northwoods was an official proposal by the American Department of Defense in 1962 to carry out false flag attacks against American citizens and blame Cuba, creating justification for a military invasion. The documents, classified for 40 years, reveal detailed plans to hijack commercial aircraft, explode American ships, conduct terror campaigns in cities like Miami and Washington, and even orchestrate the assassination of Cuban refugees. One of the most shocking proposals involved creating a false casualty list of Cuban students at American universities, publishing fake obituaries, and even conducting staged funerals to convince the public of the need for war. The plan included using disguised military aircraft to simulate Cuban attacks, shooting down an unmanned drone over Cuban waters, while broadcasting false distress calls. Fortunately, President John F. Kennedy categorically rejected the operation, but the fact that high-ranking military officials seriously planned to kill innocent American citizens should make us question. If they were capable of planning this once, how many other similar operations were approved throughout history? The Operation Northwoods documents force us to confront an uncomfortable reality about how far some are willing to go for political power. The fourth document that will expand your understanding of what's possible is Project Stargate, the 20-year military program that investigated psychic powers for espionage. Between 1978 and 1995, the CIA and U.S. Army spent millions of dollars training remote viewers, people capable of obtaining information about distant locations and events using only their minds. The documents reveal impressive successes that challenge our understanding of reality. One of the most documented cases involved remote viewer Joe McMonigal, who provided precise details about secret Soviet military installations, including a new type of nuclear submarine being built at a naval base in Russia's interior. His descriptions were later confirmed by satellite imagery. Ingo Swann, another remote viewer, managed to accurately describe rings around Jupiter before space probes officially confirmed them. Most impressive was when remote viewers located an American military aircraft that had crashed in Africa, providing precise coordinates that saved survivors' lives. The documents show the program produced more than 80,000 intelligence reports over 2 decades. Why was such a successful program officially terminated? Some researchers suggest the project never really ended. It just became even more classified. Project Stargate forces us to question the limits of human consciousness and whether we really know the full potential of our minds. The fifth document reveals one of the darkest pages in American medicine: secret radiation experiments on innocent citizens. Between 1944 and 1974, the American government conducted more than 4,000 radiation experiments on people without their knowledge or consent. The documents, released only in 1995 after a presidential investigation, reveal horror after horror. Hospital patients received injections of radioactive plutonium to study how the human body processes nuclear materials. Prisoners in Oregon and Washington had their testicles exposed to radiation to determine effects on fertility. Mentally disabled children at a school in Massachusetts were fed radioactive cereal to study nutrient absorption. Poor pregnant women received vitamins that were actually radioactive capsules to track fetal development. The most shocking case involved 829 pregnant women at Vanderbilt University Hospital who received radioactive vitamin cocktails. Decades later, it was discovered that children had significantly higher cancer rates. The doctors knew they were poisoning these people, but continued the experiments because they needed data for the nuclear weapons program. These documents reveal that some of the country's most respected medical institutions participated in crimes against humanity, all under the cloak of national security. The sixth document exposes how the United States secretly imported hundreds of Nazi scientists after World War II. Many of them war criminals responsible for horrible experiments in concentration camps. Operation Paperclip brought more than 1,600 Nazi scientists, engineers, and technicians to America, giving them new identities and prestigious positions at universities, government laboratories, and NASA. The documents reveal that the American government was fully aware of these men's past, including their involvement in fatal medical experiments on prisoners. Wernher von Braun, who became the father of the American space program, had used slave labor to build V-2 rockets that killed thousands of civilians in London. Hubert Strughold, called the father of space medicine, conducted freezing experiments on prisoners until death. Kurt Blome performed bubonic plague experiments on concentration camp prisoners. Most disturbing is discovering that many of Mkultra's mind control techniques were developed based on the work of these former Nazis. The documents show that the White House, FBI, and CIA conspired to cover up these men's past, falsifying records and creating completely fabricated background stories. This forces us to question, what kind of scientific progress is worthwhile when it's built on the bodies of Holocaust victims? The seventh and most controversial document are the famous 28 classified pages from the official 9/11 report, finally released in 2016 after 15 years of secrecy. These pages reveal disturbing connections between high-ranking Saudi officials and the 9/11 hijackers. The documents show that at least 2 of the terrorists received significant financial and logistical assistance from people connected to the Saudi government. Omar al-Bayami, a supposed Saudi student who actually received regular payments from companies linked to the Saudi government, provided apartment, car, and financial support to hijackers Nawaf al-Hazmi and Khalid al-Midhar when they arrived in the United States. Osama Basnan, another Saudi agent, received regular checks from the wife of the Saudi ambassador to the United States, and his wife received money directly from Princess Haifa bin Faisal, wife of the then Saudi ambassador. The documents reveal that the FBI found phone numbers of a Saudi company linked to the government in the possession of Abu Zubaydah, a high-level al-Qaeda operative. Even more disturbing, the documents suggest there's much more information that still remains classified. Why was this information kept secret for so long? And what else is hidden in files that haven't been released yet? These 7 documents represent only a fraction of the secrets that have been kept away from the public for decades. Each revelation forces us to question not only what our governments did in the past, but what they might be doing now, at this moment in our name. The pattern is clear. Experiments on human beings, manipulation of public opinion, cover-up of evidence, and operations that violate the most basic human rights, all justified by national security. The question that remains is, if these horrors could be kept secret for so long, how many others exist that we still don't know about? How many classified documents are waiting in the depths of government archives, containing truths that could change our understanding of history and reality? The power of transparency is in our hands as informed citizens. It's our duty to demand accountability, question official narratives, and never stop seeking the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. If this video opened your eyes to realities you didn't know, leave your like so more people can have access to this crucial information. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications, because we'll continue unearthing the secrets that shaped our world. In the comments, tell me, which of these documents shocked you the most? And what other government secrets would you like us to investigate? The truth is out there, and together we'll find it.